Welcome to the YouTube. We're going to be talking about cholesterol. How do we manage cholesterol? Is there good? Is there bad? How do we lower it? If you think you need to lower it, do you even need to lower it? We're just going to be covering the basics. I'm not going to be talking about pathways and freaking science in depth. We're just going to be covering the basis. What do you need to know? Alright, if you commented, how do I eat for cholesterol? How do I lower it? This video is for you. I've had a bunch of comments on it, so we're going to be running through it. What is cholesterol? The definition of cholesterol is it's a waxy, fat-like substance made in the liver and found in certain foods. So there's stuff that the cholesterol that you make and then the cholesterol that you eat. Right? The role, vital for hormone production. Bro, if you don't have cholesterol at all, terrible hormones, out of whack. So we need cholesterol. It's amazing for us. Vitamin D, bile acids, and cell membranes. We need it. Cholesterol itself is not bad. It's the balance that matters. Same thing with everything. So you've got HDL and LDL, good and bad. That's the general premise. HDL increases when we do healthier things. LDL is from saturated fats, eating like shit. Excuse my language. Processed carbs, things like that. Types of cholesterol. LDL, low density lipoprotein, often called the bad one because it builds up it builds up plaque in your arteries, like that photo. And then you've got HDL, high density lipoprotein, good cholesterol, helps carry cholesterol away from arteries and back to the liver for processing. It just basically is a transporter. Why cholesterol matters. So its connection to heart health helps with atherosclerosis. I definitely didn't try to pronounce that 40 times and then put that there so that I could. Atherosclerosis helps with plaque, heart attack, stroke, right? Has a link to inflammation and overall metabolic health. If you have terrible cholesterol profile, your metabolism probably sucks, right? Genetic factors. So if your parents have higher cholesterol compared to, let's say, the average, it's going to make an impact. However, lifestyle, it's the same with obesity. Like my parents, for example, they're obese. They used to be obese. That doesn't mean that I have to be obese. It just means I'm going to have more ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, less leptin, and I've had more fat cells because I used to be obese as a kid. So it's harder for me to get lean, right? But it doesn't mean that I can't be in a calorie deficit. Same thing with cholesterol. Lifestyle is the main thing. Lifestyle. So you've got saturated fat, trans fats, fiber intake, refined carbs, and alcohol. Fiber intake is the good thing out of that bunch. That's what you want to have. That's going to help increase your HDL and lower your LDL. Refined carbs, alcohol, saturated fat, and trans fats, they're all bad. They're all going to bad, quote unquote bad. You can have them in moderation, but if you're looking to lower your cholesterol, it's not eggs, it's saturated fat, it's trans fats, it's refined carbs, it's alcohol, it's unhealthy lifestyle choices that are making a negative impact. Exercise, so aerobics, so cardiovascular exercise is going to increase your HDL, the good cholesterol, which in turn is going to lower your LDL. Resistance training, same thing. And reduce triglycerides. Weight management, obviously, if you're a healthier, fitter human being, you're going to have a better cholesterol profile. And the higher body fat percentage you are, the less healthy you are. Just straight up. Till it's a point. If you're 6% body fat, you're obviously not healthy, depending on the person. But if you're above 20% body fat, anything above 20% continually gets worse and worse for your health. Smoking and alcohol, not great as well. If you're wanting to bring your LDL down and you're smoking and you're drinking alcohol, I definitely bring that back. Nutrition and cholesterol. So, foods that help lower LDL, the bad one, most of it's going to be fibrous or high in omega-3 fatty acids, so healthy fatty foods. So, oats, legumes, nuts, seeds, fatty fish, fruits, and veggies. Fruits, veggies, seeds, nuts, legumes, and oats, all fiber, fatty fish, and nuts, high in healthy fats. Food that raise HDL, the good one. Olive oil, avocado, fatty fish. These are just the higher in omega-3 fatty acid foods. Very good for you. Impact of soluble fiber. So you've got soluble and insoluble. Soluble fiber is great for lowering bad HDL, LDL cholesterol. So if you're looking to lower it, fiber is going to make an incredible impact. I made a video about it 2 weeks ago. So you can look back 2 weeks from now and go into my fiber YouTube video. Don't comment asking for another one because I went in depth on that. Alright, so just watch that. Misconception: dietary cholesterol, eggs, shrimp, chicken versus blood cholesterol. So a lot of people think that the more eggs you eat, you just get crazy amounts of cholesterol. Your body actually regulates it. So eggs, although they have cholesterol, they can have a small impact on your blood cholesterol, but the bigger thing overall, the overarching thing is, what's the rest of your diet looking like? If you have 10 eggs a day, but the rest of it is completely healthy, you should be fine, depending on genetics. Whereas if you're someone who eats refined carbs, saturated fats, and then they have one egg because they're like, oh, I'm lowering my cholesterol by having one instead of four. No, it's the saturated fats, it's the refined carbs, it's the processed foods that you're eating that's negatively impacting your health. Medical management, so statins. I don't want to get too political warning, but only one in 100 work, depending on a study, and it's $1 trillion industry. So most doctors will just prescribe it to you saying, look, just take it, and then they'll try and get you to have it because they get commission. So as a doctor, they have that in the back of their mind. Right, I just want to, it'll help them a little bit. Cool. 1 in 100, sweet, better than nothing. I don't know the actual science behind statins. I've just looked into certain studies and they're not as hyped up as they should be. And it's just another money maker. So if you haven't changed your lifestyle factors and you're going on a statin, it's a waste of money. Fix your lifestyle first. I'll never sell my clients anything that I don't think works. Practical strategies. So building heart healthy meals, what does that look like? That looks like high protein. That looks like high fiber. That looks like good fatty acids. The trifecta. That means salmon, avocado, and then protein. Of course, salmon has protein. And then fiber, veggies, berries, those sorts of things. Track your lifestyle factors. If you're tracking it, you're putting attention to it. What doesn't get tracked, what doesn't get measured, gets missed. I think that's the quote. So track your steps, resistance training, sleep, stress management. And if something's lacking, you know what to pick up. Balance your cholesterol goals with overall health, not just chasing cholesterol by itself. Go for your overall health. If you just focus on cholesterol, something else will go terrible. So you want to focus on overall health. Myth versus true. All cholesterol is bad. False. HDL is very good for you. Eggs raise cholesterol dangerously. No, it's outdated. Context matters. If you're having 100 eggs a day, it might raise it a bit. And if your body's not good at regulating it, sure. But if you're having a few eggs a day, your body should be able to regulate that completely fine. And it's not one food that's going to crush your health. It's what your overarching diet looks like. So people will always obsess, am I having this one thing? Well, what does the rest of your diet look like? If you're having eggs and the rest of it's also healthy and nutrient dense, great. If you're eating terrible and then you're focusing, oh, I can't have eggs, focus on the rest of your diet. Why are you having a bag of chips at night? A full bag of 1,000 calories of chips and a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Have a low-calorie version, or a little bit less. Thin people don't have cholesterol issues, no, genetics and habits matter, so if they're smoking, drinking, if they have unhealthier foods, they can still be in a calorie deficit, be thin, and have a terrible hormone profile and a cholesterol profile. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video talking about cholesterol. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.